afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Boardwalk Inn Resort. Today we are going to experience some of the holiday decorations that the Boardwalk Inn has, probably walk along the boardwalk, see more around, and possibly head to Epcot and experience more of the Food and Wine Festival. That's my plan for the evening. Let's go experience it. Making our way in right now, and you get that boardwalk feel immediately as you walk in, from the old style all around every single part of it. Of course, the horses right above us here in the chandelier, the carousel, can't forget the carousel, and take a look at this over here, a very special gingerbread display. Take a look at the Boardwalk Inn gingerbread boardwalk right here. You can see they've got the entire collection here, starting with that gazebo right there. You can get married there. Looks like someone's about to. Wedding day, you can see right there, the ESPN club. So cool to see, all made of gingerbread. The walkway, the lights, the small chairs, the trees, everything about it. It looks like it's either made out of candy or maybe like candy paper. Here's that Boardwalk bakery right there. Take a look at kind of the light all around, the red adding to that glow. Love the shingles right there on the top. Inside you can see Mickey and Minnie baking away. Even got some cookies right there on the cookie sheet. I love it. And you look, there's carrot cake there. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Chairs outside, benches as well. There's even a trash can right there, a Disney trash can. The doorway is lit. So cool to see the tree made of frosting. And look at that wreath right there. Continuing on, Tutorial Al Forno. You can see those shingles again. The lit entryway, I love that. And even the fence right here, that is so cool to see. You can see the tables and chairs getting ready for everyone. Flying fish, kind of that circular building there. I like that one a lot. Again, with the lit entryway and more chairs and tables right there on the right-hand side. Truly an amazing display. Along with the amazing display right behind me, they've also got a gingerbread shop menu where you can find gingerbread Mickey, decorated Mickey mini sugar cookie. The list goes on and on. They even have drinking chocolate and gingerbread martini. Really, really fantastic. I'm tempted by so much of it. Of course, the merchandise is here as well. The special bell right there for the Boardwalk Inn Resort looks fantastic. You can see it right there. They also have the gingerbread collection set for the Boardwalk Inn. Absolutely love it. You open it up, inside there's Mickey baking cookies right there for Christmas. So cool to see. Continuing on with that gingerbread house collection, take a look right there. Looks similar to the ones we saw at the Contemporary, but look at the back. You've got the Boardwalk Inn. That is fantastic. Special merchandise. Believe it or not, in mid-November, it is still 72 degrees in Central Florida, meaning that there are still guests in the resort pool. I love it. I was thinking we wouldn't be able to go to maybe Volcano Bay, Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach until after maybe spring comes again, but seeing days like today where it is 72 in mid-November, not used to that. It's great to see. Walking toward Epcot down, you can see the similarity with that gingerbread display. There's the Boardwalk Bakery right there, the ESPN bar over there. So Disney did take a lot of time to make it look like the real boardwalk. Love that. Taking a look right over there, you can see the expansion of France is coming along extremely quickly as we're making our way toward the International Gateway and the Skyliner gondola system flying up above. See a little bit of those holiday decorations here at Epcot with the garland wrapped around the World Traveler store right here. Making our way for some of that cheesy bread. I've been craving that cheesy bread from the Food and Wine Festival for a while now. We haven't been back in a while, so definitely need some more. Here's Goofy meeting with friends as you make your way from England to France. So if you're looking for those special characters now, during all those renovations, this is where you find them. That's what I like to see. Low crowds for the kiosks that I'm going for. Brazil. Cheese bread. Decided to get the pork belly along with the cheese bread. Definitely feeling hungry tonight. And I gotta tell you, it is definitely an adjustment to come into Disney and just like have, you know, food or one attraction or one thing on your mind and enjoy that thing to the max and just relax with it. And it has taken me time, real time, to get used to that. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't love it. I absolutely love it. I couldn't be happier about living here and enjoying it all. But the pace at which I get to enjoy these things has changed entirely. Funny, we walk into Disney now and we get to appreciate it on such a deeper level. Something to be said for it. That's it. There's something to be said for that. Now let's talk about one thing that, you know, a lot of friends have asked me about. Michael, is there a negative? Is there a side of you that says, you know what, moving to Florida is like, oh my gosh, like, you know, the magic, it's a little bit different now. I wouldn't say it's a negative. I would say it's a change that I'm going to have to get used to. Let's put it that way. If you're at Disney World 365 days a year, there will be times where you're saying to yourself, I wonder what else is out there. It doesn't matter how much you love Disney. It's not that I love Disney less. That's not the issue here. The issue is making sure that you space out your time. So that's one word of advice to friends I know who've thought about moving to Florida, thinking about the move. When you get here, you know, was coming to Disney every single day what I was planning on doing? No. But could I avoid it? Probably not, just because I love it so much. So I'm not talking about my love of it going away. What I'm talking about is making sure that you pace yourself, as you have been telling me to do. You remember you commented and said, Michael, pace yourself, pace yourself. And I honestly, I saw your comments. I was like, I want to pace myself. I'm spending not every full night here, but it's important to do, and I can see the value of it now. Only after experiencing it, I can see it. So it's important. It's important to pace yourself. Make sure that you're not overdoing it. Now, do I think that I'm overdoing it? No, but if I continue on an every single day pace, then perhaps. But that's why we have the studio vlogs. That's why we have Universal. That's why we have a lot of different options in the area. So there's a lot of different things for us to experience together, for us to talk about, places to go, things to see, and that's important. That's the important part of it. So I wanted to make sure I addressed that. A lot of friends have been asking me about it. I wanted to make sure I talk about it here. I love it. I could not be happier. I just want to make sure I space out everything that I want to do so I don't burn out, because I don't feel burned out, but I don't want to burn out either. That's real talk right there. We got to talk about being able to space it out. You do have to space it out. I still feel the urge to come here every single day, and I love it. I can't get enough of it, but I want to make sure there's no burnout. There's not going to be any, because we're going to pace ourselves. Still getting used to that feeling of coming in just for a quick snack and then leaving again. On our way out, we're going to take a look through World Traveler. Still plenty of Epcot Forever shirts right there. Most of them are either small or XXL. Good to see that they're very, very popular, especially with Figment right there on the back. Take a look at the Advent calendar right here, shaped like a Christmas tree, and the Mickey right there at the top. I love it. Now here's some I haven't seen yet. There's Magic in the Air and See the World from Above. Skyliner buttons right there. Very cool to see. Cost $9.99. At last minute shopping on your way out. Oh gosh, smiles on my face. You hear the laughter of families. That's what Walt was going for, though. That he really got what he wanted. And you know, I was watching on Disney Plus the Imagineering story. And if you haven't started watching that one, I really recommend it, because that one really speaks to me. I love that show. Mandalorian too. Can't get enough of that one. So two big shout outs. Been watching a lot of Disney Plus recently. Just can't stop watching it. But that was really what Walt was going for. A place for families to enjoy the magic together, not just parents sitting on the side, not just kids waiting for parents, together. Thinking about that Imagineering story and money for a moment, I'm just thinking about that for a second. And Walt Disney, apparently, when he was working out these deals and he created this show to get the $5 million loan to make Disneyland, and you think about what Walt Disney World has become and the price of things, you know, between now and then. Apparently it cost $17 million to finish, so they were really over budget, but they got it done. And that was really Walt's way, getting it done. And you think about places like this, Boardwalk, Beach Club, Yacht Club, this area. Think about how much something like that takes to build. Then you think about the price of, you know, tickets and stuff like that, and it makes sense. It does make sense. And I'm thinking about how one man's dream inspired all of this. Now, speaking of living in Florida and more Michael real talk, because I know that, you know, once we start on that, it's tough to stop. Living in Florida, I've ended up gaining the weight back that I lost in Maryland. Gotta admit these things when they happen. That happened, and I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna deal with it, and it's just something to note. If you're thinking about moving to a new place, thinking about trying new things, watch out for things like that, because it's easy to lose track and say, oh, you know, I'm such in a rush, gotta unpack, so I only have time for pizza. And so that, yeah, it doesn't work out that way. So just things to note, like, yeah, real talk stuff. Anyway, that happened. What's interesting, though, is I was thinking all the walking we were doing together was going to counterbalance this, where it's like, oh, you know, I can have that pizza, I can have that ice cream, because we're walking so much around the parks and all around. Not how it works. Apparently not. So we learned that together. You know what's also very interesting that I realized? Once you get over that initial hurdle of, you know, moving down and experiencing the magic, you end up in this mode where you're like, I feel like I should be rushing around and seeing the parks and seeing the shows and the rides and all these different things. And then you find yourself like saying, no, you know what, it is okay. think tonight I'm just gonna enjoy the resorts, maybe just sit back, relax, look at some of the sights, see the yacht and beach club and boardwalk, and just enjoy it. And that has been a major adjustment for me. I was so sure that by this time we would have felt that need to rush around would be gone. It's not gone. I still feel the need to rush around the parks. It takes an active thought to change over into the relaxing mode. Look at the two friendship boats pulling into the dock at the same time. I don't think I've seen that done before. Wow. Now, continuing our thought about the Imagineering show on Disney Plus and Walt Disney's attitude, so many people said to Walt Disney, it's not going to happen. It's a pipe dream. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And even after the first day of operation, they just ripped it in the reviews. They said it's terrible. You know, toilets aren't working. The concrete's melting. It's not working at all. But Walt didn't let anything get in his way of his dream. And I think that's something that we can all hold on to. One of my biggest dreams was to move to Florida, as you know, and we made that happen. Despite all the odds, we made it happen. When you accomplish something that you've thought about for a long time and you've worked hard to accomplish, it makes the achieving it so much more important, so much more valuable, so much more of a feeling of an accomplishment. And you know, I'm still smiling ear to ear when I wake up in the morning, and that's how you know it was a smart decision. Now, speaking of that, Walt never rested on his laurels when it came to these things. He even told his Imagineers, we can't rest on our laurels for what comes next. And that's important to remember. You know, you got to think about what comes next. So yes, Florida, fantastic, love being here, but I'm trying to be like Walt in that way. I'm trying to think about what's next. What are we doing next? What's our next plan? What's the next video? And for me, it does tie into the videos. Where are we going next? What are we going to showcase next? And so for me, I try to live that same Walt style where the beginning, the start, the resting on the laurels is not good enough. You got to continue to strive, continue to move forward, and I love that feeling. You gotta hang on to that feeling. Those are just a few of my thoughts for the day. It was a lot of fun experiencing the boardwalk and going to Epcot as well. I hope you enjoyed this style of video, just kind of chatting at Walt Disney World. We'll be doing more videos like this and others in the future. Thanks so much for sharing in the magic with me today. It was so much fun sharing it all with you. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Disney Plus, the boardwalk decorations, and more. I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for being a part of the magic with me today. Until next time, have a magical day.